The Kansas City Chiefs not making the playoffs, first time in the Mahomes era. You're going to miss them. You're going to miss the Kansas City Chiefs when the AFC playoffs are hitting. You're going to miss the buzz. You're going to miss the pizzazz. You're going to miss Mahomes versus fill in the blank. You're going to miss Mahomes versus fill in the blank with no time left. You're going to miss something. The AFC playoffs will have less juice to it without the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. And one day, all you Chiefs fatiguers out there, all you Chiefs fatiguers out there will admit it. You might have to go higher register. League's more fun when the Chiefs are good.
As bad of a season it was for the Chiefs, it was a wild and unpredictable NFL season. And it's going to lead to an unusual Super Bowl matchup, man. As I look at the playoff bracket, and look, man, parity is real in the National Football League. It is crazy because there's been no dominant juggernaut. Everybody has a flaw. You look at quarterback play, you look at coaching, defense, and I think what will play the biggest factor is health. But I'm looking at this bracket right now. First off, what I see is I don't trust neither one seed to do significant damage. I trust Denver more than I trust Seattle to win their first game in the playoffs. But man, I think Seattle is fool's gold. I think anybody in the NFC playoffs can go into Seattle and beat them just because of Sam Darnold. I think he's fool's gold because when the pressure is really on and he's playing somebody in these playoffs who knows how to tighten that defense up just a little bit on his ass, you'll see. I just think that both one seeds to me are more than likely going to lose their first game. I really think both of them will. Especially Seattle though. But and depending on who goes to Denver, if Buffalo goes to Denver, watch out. That'll be a good ass game, by the way, too. But I wouldn't be surprised also if any team, either team from either conference, goes to the Super Bowl and win. Whether that's a favorite of mine that I would like to see. A Jaguars Panthers Super Bowl. I would love to see that. The 1995 Brothers Super Bowl. Whether that be Patriots, Packers. How about that rematch? Whether that be one exception. I'm lying. One exception. If the Steelers somehow make it to the Super Bowl, I will be surprised. Other than the Steelers, man, anybody else, including the Panthers, they make it to the Super Bowl, I would not be surprised. Remember, the Panthers, they're playing the Rams this week. They beat the Rams in Carolina. So this is a rematch, revenge game for them. Let's just go through the wild cards real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Rams to beat the Panthers this week. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina wins, just because I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl before the season started. Niners at Eagles. San Francisco's gonna get in there and get the win. See, and this is dependent upon health. If Trent Williams plays, 49ers will win. I think Kittle will play in this game as well. But the Eagles, week 3 seed, especially, I think the 49ers could tighten the defense on them. And then my favorite NFC game of the week, the rivalry, the division rivalry. You got Packers at Bears. The Packers don't have Michael Parsons. They're not healthy enough. Give me Chicago, man. I think Chicago has a better run game and slightly better defenses too. So what that would place if it goes as planned, that would place the Niners at the Seahawks, the Rams at the Bears. AFC. See, Texans and Steelers is a tough one. I'm gonna just go with the Texans. I just don't see Aaron Rodgers being mobile enough to get up out of trouble. I think the Texans defensive line is going to eat the Steelers offensive line up all day. A tough one. Bills and Jaguars. See, I really think that Josh Allen can get to the Super Bowl this year. I think it's tailor made for him to get there. But them Jaguars are smoking, and they gonna carve up the Bills defense. This could be a great shootout. I'm taking the Bills, man. I'm taking the Bills on the road at Jacksonville. Although I would love to see a Jaguars Panthers Super Bowl, and then Chargers at Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots. Um, all of these games are difficult. All of them are. So if that were to happen, if I take Bills, Patriots, Texans, Broncos, that would match Bills at Broncos. Josh Allen could win that. And then you'll have Texans at Patriots. That's a boring game. That's the first game of the weekend because the both of the NFC games are more intriguing than Texans at Patriots. That would be the first game of divisional weekend. That's as good as I got. I'm probably going to get all of them wrong this weekend, but I don't know. I haven't seen the NFL playoffs with this much parity in a very long time. I don't know, since I want to say since I've been alive. Where there's no really, and I could make a case for that because when I was young, you had the Cowboys in the 90s, in the NFC in their dominance, and then you had the Broncos for a couple years, and then of course the Patriots the last 20 or so. So it's like, yeah, like this, I can make a case that this has been in my lifetime the most competitive NFL playoffs that we've seen. Um, but God, and then you look at the wild card again. All of the top seeds could lose on wild card weekend. Eagles could lose to the Niners. The Bears could lose to the Packers. The Panthers could lose to the Rams. Steelers could lose to the Texans. Of course, everybody could lose to everybody, but it's so topsy turvy in the NFL right now. Um, but I think ultimately it'll. I picked Rams Chiefs before the season, but uh, it seems like it's made for Josh Allen to go to the Super Bowl this year against the Los Angeles Rams and Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. That's what I'm going with. Shit, that's the best I got. Drop your Super Bowl matchup in the comments. See if you can do better than me.